Hey everybody, it's The Smash on BDTL Radio, and however you may be listening, thanks for making us part of your evening. We're back again with show number 6. We're here to give you an exciting mDTL coverage. I'm alongside OniTheWolf as always. How you doing, buddy?
Good.
And as I said, mDTL season has begun. We're here with BDTL admin Vio.
Hey guys.
And he's going to clear up a couple things on the BDTL Finals decision with us. But before we get into that, we'll discuss the beginning of mDTL. As you can see, it is a very, very exciting first week of mDTL. There's been a lot of activity, surprisingly.
Oh my god, matches got done.
Yes.
I'm so happy.
Matches
I am one of the happiest people on the site right now.
Because we remember last mDTL, it really kind of died in the middle of the season, and Camden just didn't feel like doing it anymore, needed a chicken, it didn't seem like. But, other than that, mDTL 2 is looking pretty good so far, as it's Major Rams versus Nighthawks, and it looked like a 5-3 win for Nighthawks, if I'm guessing.
Nighthawks, they win, but Creamy can still make it a 4-5 if she beats Det, and Det can make it a 6-3 if Det wins.
Mm-hmm. So that match is still yet to be decided. Wesker takes a 2-0 win on Lilac Cruise against Silver Alloy. Ooh.
I haven't heard much about Alloy. I haven't played him, and I haven't really heard anything, so...
I played him.
Sorry, he's a Lucario, man.
Yeah.
Oh, he is?
I played him once. He went Rob, Wolf, Ike, and Lucario on me.
Mid to low tiers except for Lucario.
Mm-hmm. He's alright.
Yeah.
I think legit. Cookingless gets his first mDTL victory against Tails on Smashville 2-1. Tails taking a game off of Cookie. Good job.
I'm actually surprised that Tails lost that, to be honest.
Yeah, I am too.
I mean, Cookieless isn't bad, but Tails has been pretty solid. I mean, he's not a slouch. I expected Tails to win that at least 2-1.
Yeah, he's definitely been getting better as a brawler, and especially as Indian Meta Knight user.
He's a Meta Knight / Yoshi, I think, but I think he says his clear main's Yoshi.
Yeah,
he just pockets Meta Knight.
Yeah, because, I mean, Meta Knight's banned for the mDTL, so there'd be no way he'd go.
He must use Yoshi, so that may have put him at a bad place, I guess.
Pokemon Stadium was host to Light and Bob. Light gets a 2-0 victory there. I hear he went Ike and
Bob went
hit. Huh?
You're talking about Light. I thought you said Bob went Ike.
No, Light.
Yeah, Avon or Light has a pretty good Ike. I mean, back on the days when I used to play him, he used to just main Ike and Link, and then he picked up Pit, I believe.
Yeah.
So he went Ike against Zelda.
He's got a pretty legit Pit. I'm not gonna lie. I wish he'd kind of used Pit a little bit more, honestly. But he said he doesn't really like using Pit all that much online. Bob went Game & Watch. I heard.
Oh.
Sausage trolling?
Sausage trolling, indeed.
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much how that set went. And he was actually surprised that Light was actually surprised that he beat Bob's Game & Watch because he said he's not that great at that matchup. Final Destination, a 2-point match between Sam 007 and Grafe. Sam takes that 2-1.
That's a very tricky matchup, Robin, Ouija. I'm not surprised they went to a third game.
I think that this speaks volumes about Sam, because I'm pretty sure that there are people out there saying, or not really having seen Sam in singles, but they've only seen him in doubles. So I'm pretty sure this pretty much sets Sam apart as one of those people that is good. Like, not just in doubles, but now you see him in singles.
I can vouch for that, too, because I used to play him back on Nintendo Worlds, like back on our home site. He was no slouch. He was pretty decent. He hung with the best of us. Like,
Go ahead.
No, I'm good.
By the way, what is the limit of points that the teams are supposed to reach? Because I never really got that. It is 5?
There's 9 points total, and you have to get 5 to win.
Okay. Thank you for clearing that up. So, Sinister could really help us out if he wins that one. Hocotate, Freight, and Regal Alliance, Legions, my bad, which we're getting to next. It's 4-2.
You
Regal
skipped
Allegiance.
Helpin and Caballo, but
Oh, yeah. Yeah, helping to combine. My bad, people. Anyway, Delfino Plaza, 2 points. Helping takes that 2-1. I heard that was an intense set there.
sounded like it.
Did Helpin play as Olimar?
I'm not sure. I believe she did.
Let me click the link. Chicken, I love you for doing this. Seriously, it helps out a lot.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she went Oli.
She went away?
Mm-hmm.
Good job, Caballo. It's Helpin's Olimar.
Yeah.
Helpin one.
Yeah. Helping's Olimar's no slouch. I don't care what you say, Helpin. You're better than what you think you are. You go ahead and say that you're not that great, but you're actually better than you think you are. People, do not underestimate her, because she's very, very good. She likes to say that she's not, but she really is. What do you guys think?
I haven't played her Olimar in a long time, but like the times that I have played Helpin, I can say that she definitely is a good player, and she definitely does make herself out to be less than what she really is. And like, even with mDTL, at first we were not going to let her in because of how good she was, but she brought up the whole point about her record and how she believed how she was worse than record set or whatever. So eventually we let her in, but she's good. That's just confirmation of what we already know.
And given that Caballo's rusty, because he's been busy with school and stuff, he managed to take a game off of her, which is not bad. That's pretty good for being rusty. Now, Hocotate, Freight, and Regal Allegiance. 4-2. Zane and Mushroom Kingdom haven't gotten their set done, but Oni versus me on Lilac Cruise. Yeah, good set there. If you want to check that out, you can look at it in the thread. He's got both matches up if you want to see how those matches went. 2-0 for him. Toon Link versus Pit, and then Toon Link versus a Link. Toon Link's not really a good matchup for me personally. I'm not really all that great at it.
You should have gone for the Ditto, Dave.
The Toon Link Ditto?
Yeah.
You think? Yeah,
You would've
FaZe.
No.
So bad.
No.
Look, listen. I've talked to FaZe about that earlier. Holy balls, there's a fight going on. I talked to FaZe about that earlier, and here's the thing. He told me not to because he said that Oni knew that matchup. He was like, Oni knows the Toon Link matchup, so you're probably going to get raped if you did.
Well, we play it a lot because people like to, see if they're better than us through dittos. So we're like, okay, that proves nothing. So we pretty much have to learn the matchup. It's just a spam fest.
Well,
we hate it to death.
Well, I'm not going to do that. If I wanted to do dittos, it'd probably just be practice more than anything. But congratulations, Oni. Good job on that set.
It was a good set. I mean, I was surprised the way Game 2 turned out.
Yeah.
I was very surprised the way Game 2 turned out.
Was it close?
Game 2?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Game 1 was closer, but Game 1 was closer than it actually appeared because he was close to getting me to pretty much my last stock, and he was taking the momentum away from me. I just made a good read off him off the stage. Same thing happened in Game 2.
Mm-hmm. Not to mention lag spikes. But moving on.
That pretty much was the reason why he lost at the end of Game 2.
Moving on, Smashville, a 1-point set between Striker and Saint. That surprises me, actually. 2-0 for Striker. Striker's getting better, people. He really is.
It doesn't surprise me.
It doesn't surprise you?
No?
I've been playing Striker in friendlies recently. He is getting a lot better. He is getting up there with myself, towards the higher echelon, towards the higher up people. He is getting really good. He has a whole cast of characters that he can use. I mean, it's not just his Mar. He can use, Falco. He can use Snake. He's got a really good, play style. I mean, he has improved a lot.
I believe I've been saying this since Season 4 Zodiac Knights, and I think Saint said it too. we all knew how good Striker was. He's just getting really bad matchups with, like, Killock, all those kinds of people.
Yeah.
But, like, even on Jumbo Nasties, he proved a few things or two in doubles. And I think there was a single set he was in, I can't remember. But that's one of the reasons why I drafted him, because I knew what he was capable of, and he's not disappointing at all.
Mm-hmm. PCB and Sinister haven't done their set yet. That's another one that needs to get done. But Vato versus Genma, Final Destination 2-0 Vato. I've heard some good things about Vato, and I've also heard Vato claim himself to be the same level as Killock. True? Fact or fiction? Let's do a little fact or fiction here. Vato, same level as Killock?
I think he's up there. I haven't played his Meta Knight yet because that's his true main, and he can't use it in the league because he's banned. But from when I played friendlies with him on one occasion in the past week, he's pretty good. He is, I would say, if I played his Meta Knight, I haven't played it, but I could see him being around the same level as Kill. I could see it. I'm not saying he is. I could see it, though.
Yeah. Go ahead, Oni.
I hear Vado is a rapist.
Yeah. Looks like we got another BD
He's
rapist.
an offline player. And in addition to Meta Knight, I think he's got a Mario and a Snake.
He's got a Pocket Diddy, I think, too.
I just saw that on the map result versus Genma, which kind of surprised me, but good to know that this guy uses a lot more characters than we think he uses.
Mm-hmm. Be on the lookout, VD. We have another rapist on our hands. First Killock and now this Vato guy. I know, it sounds like I'm hopping on it, but I'm just saying. Anyway, Delfino Plaza 2-point match, Alpha Zone versus Kid Kun. Kid Kun won the first game, but Alpha ended up taking the other two. If I recall correctly, Alpha mains Falco. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so I bet that didn't work well for Oli.
Well, the thing is, Delfino is an alright stage for Olimar. The only thing he has to worry about is the bottom of the stage.
Mm-hmm.
But when Alpha counterpicks something like Smashville, the momentum just goes completely in his favor. It's a fairly flat stage. Nothing goes on. No transitions.
I'm pretty sure that that Kid really didn't expect Alpha on Delfino.
Yeah.
I mean, I was actually kind of surprised when Alpha told me that he was good on several stages, and Delfino happened to be one of them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, interesting. The worst thing that could possibly happen on this stage would be Vado. I was actually surprised Kid Kun went there. I mean, I haven't seen many Olimars go to Delfino Plaza. I always thought that the trade-off for, Purple Pikmin or the water was much more worse because of the water. But I don't know.
Yeah. And also Alpha went on Frigate, which what I've heard is a lot of Olimar's counterpick Frigate for some reason. I think it's some chance with Purple Pikmin or something. Like you pick more Purple Pikmin there. Mm-hmm. It's something to do with the stage. And when Kid counterpicked it, and then Alpha two-stocked him on Frigate.
I thought Ollie's banned Frigate.
When I've played Rust and Camden, when Camden actually sided Olimar, they picked Frigate. That and Pictochat.
Mm-hmm.
But there's something about it. I think it produces more Purple Pikmin or something, and that's why he picked it. So.
I can vouch for Alpha on Frigate. I've played him on Frigate.
Sounds pretty interesting. It's an interesting first week as it's about to wrap up and we move on to week 2 where Regal Allegiance goes ahead and faces off against the Nighthawks and Hokusai Freight goes up against Major Rams. We will give you more coverage on that as the week progresses and we move on to the BDTL Finals. Congratulations, SR, for your first championship. I'm sure they were very excited to win that.
I'm pretty sure Avin's disappointed that he didn't get his 0-10 start.
You talking about Ivan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, man. We just felt like we were stacked this season, so we had to go ahead and try to bring you the championship to home. But yeah, hopefully someday Ivan will get that 0-10 record.
He wants it so bad, too.
Yeah, he's dying. He wants that 0-10, man. I don't know what makes it so great, but I mean, it'd be an accomplishment to him. You know what? Hey, I got an idea. Why don't we make an award for that? Like, if he gets his 0-10 record, we will give Ivan, like, his own special award for that.
We should do that.
Just any team in general, but call it the Ivan Award.
Yeah, hell yeah. That'll work. That's cool. Go ahead if anybody's got anything else to say.
Well, it's kind of funny that how Smash Royales went from second worst in the league in midseason to winning the whole entire thing. And Spirit didn't really come into impact in the regular season. I think he split even with his record. It was mostly the whole entire team as a whole came together and finished out the season strong and got their playoff spot.
Mm-hmm.
And then they kicked our ass, Zodiac Knights, and then beat Wolfpack. Did they beat Wolfpack?
No,
that was JN. Never mind.
Yeah.
For those of you guys who were looking for the results, Phoenix 2-0's Striker, and I'm presuming would be a very emotional set for Striker. Well, not emotional as like, oh, blah, blah, I'm crying emotional, but like motivation emotional, because there was supposedly some beef at the beginning of the finals week, and Striker was motivated into practicing for that set.
Mm-hmm.
And he beat Phoenix in the warm-up, but he lost the next two games. First game he got Phoenix to last stock, which is kind of surprising. But in game 2 he ended up getting 2 stocked.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah, and Camden's been knowing Striker for a long time, and he's seen Striker grow as a brawler throughout this time. So him facing Phoenix was actually a very, very big set for the kid. Losing 2-0 though, I mean, they both gave it their all. Striker gave it his all. He was not salty or not upset at any reason for losing to Phoenix. It was a good set considered for him, so he just took the loss, was sport about it, and everything like that. Walkover season ends again.
It's not as bad as season 4.
No, it wasn't as bad as season 4, but the finals ends in walkovers again, as Spirit gets the walkover over Ikez, who just didn't really seem to show up. He said that he was online, or he was around, but
from what I heard for part of the week, I don't think he had Pokemon Stadium 1 unlocked or something.
He didn't.
That's what I heard too. How the heck do you not have that stage?
He just didn't have it, so that's why Spirit got the win, because Ikes didn't even have the stage unlocked. So how could he even perform to do the set?
Yeah. Like 2-0's me on Yoshi's Island. Ooh, it wasn't actually, it was a good set because Light's a good kid, good guy, good person to play, but oh man, Ike, that's all I'm gonna say. Can't stand fighting Ike, especially for something like this, because, I mean, he hit me with there were 2 forward smashes he hit me between, 50 to 70% that killed me.
Those reads.
Yeah, no, either bad DI or just he claimed that he got lucky during it, but, I mean, I was just like, man, it's all good. And then the doubles set comes down.
This disputed little thing.
Yeah. The double set on Final Destination between Sam and Alpha, Mr. Con and BCB ends in a double walk.
Alright. Well, throughout the entire week, both sides were making contact back and forth trying to get things, set to play.
Mm-hmm.
There was effort on both sides. It wasn't just lopsided between, Jumbo Nasties or Smash Royales. They tried to get a time to play, which was Friday night, I believe, of that play week. And that time was proposed by JN. It wasn't agreed upon between...
I don't even think it was a set time. I think it was...
There was not a set time.
I think it was like a area of time ranges, and I think a few hours before that time range, I think ConCon tried setting up a time and getting in chat right away, but I don't think people were online for that, so.
Yeah. And JN kept throwing out times and times and times. And Sam, he kept showing up for those appropriate times. Though Alpha did not agree to some of those because he had a funeral, I believe, and his router crapped out on him on Saturday night, and then he got a new one and was trying to get ready to play. So that shows his dedication right there. I mean, if your router craps out and you really want to get the set done, you go out and get a new one.
Mm-hmm.
So, for, underlying reasons between everything accounted for, I said both sides tried to get it done. They gave a lot of effort towards it. It wouldn't be fair to decide one way or the other. So, I said a double walkover. And that's just how the match ended. I hate for it to happen for the last season of doubles. And I know Sam's sad that he couldn't, finish his last, dubs match, but that's just how it ended.
And this is exactly why doubles is getting, scrapped.
Chunked out, yeah. We can't have walkovers.
This is the underlying reason. Like, this set completely exemplifies the flaw with doubles and BDTL.
It's not because one side didn't try and get it done, or there was, beef or anything else. It was just scheduling conflicts. It was blatantly that. I mean, it doesn't work. Sometimes it works, but not all times, and especially in the finals when it comes down to it and your team needs you, you can't do a thing when there's just not a scheduled time to play. It doesn't work out.
Scheduling times is very, very difficult when it comes to doubles, and I think that's why DeadFan was screaming to the entire BDTL staff to get rid of doubles, but it always kept coming back, and that's part of the reason why I dropped his captainship, just so you know.
He's been screaming that since Season 4, or Season 3, actually, when he was first captain.
Yeah.
He hated doubles.
Yeah.
Vio.
Yeah.
And Gray, if you want to answer this, but
okay, go ahead.
Smash Royales won the season. Like, what do you think was the biggest reason why they did it? Like, what was the player or the reason or the strategy that they used in order to win the finals? Like, from what you have seen, like Vio said, they went from being second worst team in the league mid-season to winning the championship. What do you think caused them to go on this run?
Well, first they have a really good dubs team in Sam and Alpha. And Spirit and Phoenix, just two good players in singles. I mean, they're both heavy hitters. They will get you a win.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you really need is for your dubs to win and heavy hitters in singles. Dubs is really, really important, and Sam and Alpha have done really well this season. Not as good as Striker and Donna, though. I gotta give the props to them on JN. I mean, they've done a great job all season.
Striker and Donna might have been the best dubs team this season. I'm just letting you know.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
If there was a dubs award, I'm sure they would have won that.
Definitely, front, like a team being led by Spirit and Phoenix is pretty much going to get you a win in singles. Like, it's probably a maybe against, a ConCon or an iLink, but
yeah.
Not only that, but Spirit, if he wanted to, Spirit could also go into dubs. Because Spirit also enjoys playing dubs and does good in dubs.
Yeah, it's just all up if he wants to sandbag or not, because Spirit's known to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Sam in dubs, who's arguably been, BD's premier doubles player since BDTL Season 2. He's just been really good at dubs.
Robot chicken.
Mm-hmm.
It's just how it's been.
Yeah, if you got Sam as your dubs partner, you're pretty much going to win around 95% of the time.
Looking back at the season, besides SR winning, has anything surprised any of you guys, like, with the way this all turned out?
I am surprised how well Wolfpack did without Shorty.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I am really surprised that they really came together as a team and did as well as they did. Granted, I didn't appreciate all the beef that Crazy put out there, but as a team, good job.
Yeah, very good job, the Wolfpack. Prime Alliance did pretty well for their season as well. Before being eliminated. But
Chicago did a good job as captain.
I think so
really
too.
Good job.
I think so too. He did pretty good, and it's just I don't know. I guess you really guess this season pretty much proves that the top teams can't stay on top forever, really, huh? Because neither Wolfpack nor Prime Alliance made the finals.
This is the first time, I'm pretty sure I said this on, I think, a Smash before, but this is the first time, like, neither Prime Alliance or Wolfpack has been in a Wesker Cup Grand Finals.
Mm-hmm.
And it's good to see a fresh face. It really adds another aspect to the league instead of the same teams winning it or getting into the finals every single season because who's going to get there.
I'm pretty sure, like, I don't know, expectations were high for Zodiac Knights. I'm surprised how that turned out.
It's because we got red, to say the least. Ivan did a really good job at predicting us, setting us up with the matchups that were not in our favor.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when you have to play Phoenix and Spirit, I mean, Island can beat both of them on a good day. He just really hates Snake, and I can beat Spirit on a good day when he's sandbagging probably. But Phoenix is a tough opponent. I think I've only beaten him in a couple games, not in sets, with Zero Suit, ironically. I don't know how I did that.
Yeah.
But Phoenix is tough. I just can't handle his play style. It's just too campy and I get bored.
Yeah. I hear he's very, very tough Sonic. I've never faced this Sonic before.
He just tries his timing out.
Looking back at the season, how would you guys say, like, the expansion team season was Steel Valor?
I thought they did. Camden didn't do bad as captain, even though he disappeared for a while because of the flood, and which was taken over by Dat Fan and Creamy. What do you think, Vio?
I think it was a good team while it lasted. I think Camden did a pretty good job getting players like Smoom and FaZe. Those are two really good players.
Yeah.
He did good drafting and setting up where he needed them.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, he put Creamy and Det in doubles every single week, like Det did, or Det put Creamy and you in doubles every week.
It was, but then Creamy's connection was tending to crap out on her, so it ended up being me and helping, or me and some other person, and it's not because he was doing it. It was not because he was doing it on purpose. He put me in dubs because I was the only one that was willing to.
I was willing to in season 4. I'm just putting that out there.
Yeah.
But it's just I would have liked to see them get their singles opportunities like Creamy because she's been in doubles every single season.
Mm-hmm.
What about Brawl Seals this season?
Brawl Seals did pretty good as well.
They did good, granted the players that they were getting and the inactivity that they were receiving from players. Like, I think Yui was inactive for a good 3 weeks, or she didn't play for a good 3 weeks because of finals or something. I forget. But I think they did granted with the players that they had.
I have to say, though, Chicken is definitely a top captain in the league.
I agree.
Yeah, he's really good.
Now, what about Jumbo Nasty season?
All the roller coaster.
Yeah.
It was definitely a roller coaster. At the beginning of the season, there was beef. I even offered to trade with Con at the beginning of the season. I was trying to get a trade worked out between Zodiac Knights and Jahan because Con wasn't happy there. Granted, Saint didn't really want to trade me, but it all worked out because ConCon and BCB got along finally. And they formed some chemistry.
Mm-hmm. And I remember back in the beginning of the Smash, I went ahead and called Jumbo Nasty's mediocre. I didn't really think they would make the playoffs personally. I said that they wouldn't. Congratulations on making the finals, BCB. You had one hell of a team. Y'all had one hell of a run.
What would you say we could have done better to possibly have gotten a better result in the finals?
ConCon should have been in singles. I'm just throwing that out there. He should have been in singles.
And Ike shouldn't have been in the lineup at all.
No, Ike shouldn't have been in the lineup. ConCon versus Spirit, that would have actually gone either way, rather. That could have went either way if it had been ConCon versus Spirit.
Because Spirit wouldn't sandbag like he did in Season 2 against him. Wait, what? I'm just messing with you.
Let's see, now, Striker versus Phoenix. Let's see. I think. Here's what I think. Okay. Here's what I think should have happened. It should have been Striker and Donna and Dubs. Rather, that's your team, BCB. That was your Dubs team. They were your powerhouse. So putting you and ConCon in Dubs was kind of like, it kind of messed you up a little bit there. But if you'd have had, yeah, if he'd have had
kind of messing. Go ahead.
If he'd have had Striker and Donna and Dubs, then that would have been a more interesting.
The thing was though is that both BCB and ConCon can play doubles because seasons before BCB has been in doubles and ConCon plays doubles offline, I believe, and I believe that they both orchestrated playing in doubles together because they felt that singles is essentially like, not exactly a crapshoot, but like, if we win in singles, we win in singles. The dubs is where we have to win if we want to keep our season alive and try to force an ace.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, I think you should have put Striker and BCB in dubs. You could have put someone else to face Phoenix, because honestly, I don't think you're going to win that one. 9 times out of 10, you're not going to beat Phoenix. Because he's just a good player.
Yeah,
I think you should take Ike's out, put ConCon there, and therefore you would have had a shot at beating Spirit, and the results would have followed. And yeah, you would have won the cup, I guess, if you would have just put ConCon in singles. And may have happened.
Probably. It'd have been a better chance anyway.
Better shot,
yeah. Now, any other questions, Oni?
Regarding BDTL, no.
Regarding BDTL, no. That's enough BDTL talk from us. mDTL, you already know how that's going.
By the way, well, further on into mDTL,
okay.
What were your first draft impressions?
I think your team's broken, Oni.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not afraid to say it. Jumbo Nasty's 2.0 right there.
Pretty much.
Nighthawks actually is giving me. I'm not afraid to say this. Nighthawks is giving me problems trying to make a lineup.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
They are versatile, and it's because of the Wolfwood in there. Because you don't know.
Yeah.
Because you don't know about Wolfwood. I mean, he's been away for at least a year, so you don't know what he's gonna do.
I was actually surprised he joined up on mDTL. I didn't think he would.
Hopefully he's active. I'd like to see his Kirby again.
Halpern is making me think.
Yeah, you don't know where
is she going to be? Because I need to have the best shot at beating one of those 2-point stages. Because
she'll probably convince Black to put her on a 1 point because she thinks she sucks, but expect her in a 2 point.
And then, and not only that, but it's Nighthawks, it's Black Magic, so it's he's definitely one of the higher up captains and have
It's your boss.
higher up captains.
Yeah, it's your boss.
It's your boss, so you don't know
Yeah.
what's going to happen.
I don't know what's going to happen with that. Major Rams. I like Major Rams.
Yeah,
I think they're
I
a
like-
fairly balanced team.
yeah. I think Bob did a good job on his first time ever drafting.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Hokatate. Hokatate. Is it Hokatate or is it Hokatate?
I'm not sure.
We need to ask Kid.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's Hokatate or Hokatate, but anyway, he went in with the debt fan mentality. Same thing with Bob. Draft friends.
Yeah.
Because that's just the way it went. Go ahead.
I think he got a fairly good lineup for what he was drafting for.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he got Roosta and Vato, which I don't know if Roosta's... I haven't heard anything about him. I heard he's decent, though. Like, I haven't heard if he's beaten anybody good, but I'm sure he's
BFC.
decent.
He's a BFC brawler.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
He's
As long
another
as it's not like
All-Star.
Ike's.
But
Okay.
see, just because he's from BFC only doesn't make him it doesn't make him terrible.
I'm not saying that. I just hope he's
dude.
not like Ike's and be, inactive.
No, Rooster's pretty good. In the couple games, in the couple matches that I've played him in, like I've played him in a couple friendlies. I mean, it's friendlies, but yeah, he has a pretty good Oli. He played me in that little team tournament we're a part of in Hokatate Freight, and that Olimar's no joke. Just letting you know. I cringe when I see Olimar because that's one of the. I hate fighting Olimar.
It's a really tough matchup. You have to space just right.
Mm.
Let's see, we got Hogday Freight, Major Rams, Nighthawks. I still don't know what people keep saying when they say that my team is broken.
It's because you got Alpha, Striker, BCB, Zane, and Gemma was pretty much the rookie of the season last year, considering we only had 5 rookies.
Honestly, I didn't know why people passed him up in the first place.
You talking about
Because
him?
they don't think because they don't think Yoshi's any good. I don't know.
Yeah, nobody knows how to fight Yoshi though, so you can never underestimate Yoshi. Like you think it's a Yoshi, so you're like, oh, okay, I can do whatever. Then you get 3 stock. It's like what?
Plus, you got Bloody Boom, which isn't he just like a high tier main? He makes nothing
He's
but high
from
tier.
AIB. He's an AIB high tier main, I believe.
Yeah, he's a snap main. He's recovering from a optical surgery that he got.
He told us that
man.
on the boards, when he first found out, I actually was not going to play week 1, and he's going to be on Lilat in my place. But
Oh, yeah, that'll be
I
fun.
made that last-minute substitution, literally 1 hour before the lineup. I was talking on the RA boards, and, I really don't want to, take your opportunity out to play, but since your surgery is on Wednesday, I can't have, anything, costing a walkover. And being the good guy that he is, he completely understood.
Oh, that'd have been fun for me.
You would have been frustrated.
Hell yeah.
I hope that, I hope his surgery goes well, because I know around the line I'm going to need him. I already practiced, not practiced, I mean, I already, promised him some, a spot in weeks upcoming.
Mm-hmm. He said it was a success. He's just on his way to he's on his way to a good recovery right now. The last one I checked.
Let me tell you, Miguel's improving pretty much by the day.
You think so?
Yeah. I agree. He's not that bad. Considering that he was last pick in the draft, he's better than some of the people that were drafted before him.
Mm-hmm.
I must say, I think the first time I played Miguel's maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, and it didn't go all that well for him. I think 2 stock or 3 stock, but I think I waited a week, then I played him, and then I never 3 stocked him after that. It's been 2 stocks, or actually he's gotten me to my last stock before.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been having closer matches since then, and he's been telling me that. Well, he told me today that he's been practicing, and let me tell you, he's earning his way into the lineup. And as long as he's earning his way into the lineup, I have no problem putting him there.
Mm-hmm.
And he's really, really active, so you don't have a problem with the
Yeah.
activity either.
That
What
I
is-
definitely do like.
What does he mean?
Toon Link, Lucario, and Sonic.
Toon Link, Lucario, and Sonic, and I heard around from certain other people in the chat, they go ahead and say that he wants to pick up Pit.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Now, Arrow has been through some quote-unquote training sessions with him, and Arrow just spazzed out in the chat one day and was like, all he does is the same thing, just arrow, arrow, arrow. I'm sitting there like, okay, because when I played Arrow, that's pretty much the same thing he did to me, was he'd hit me, he'd run away, and then just arrow, arrow, arrow. It's like, you're not telling me.
Arrow is using Arrow?
Yeah, Arrow is using arrows, which I mean, he's kind of, he and Miguel are taking my advice. I told him this, when using Pit, a Pit without arrows is a Pit on crutches. So he's taking my advice, but if he's just standing there using arrows, it's gonna Miguel's just standing there using arrows, it's just gonna, get readable, so anyway.
Was the first thing Miguel asked you about Arrow Loop?
Yeah, and arrow run.
How did I know?
Oh, man.
So like, is there anything else we can ask about regarding mDTL? Like, so far, how do you see the new format working out for the week threads that Black talked about on the Smash?
I think they're working good. Like the point system.
Yeah.
Yeah, the point system, I think, it looks like it's working very well so far, even though it's only first week. We still have to kind of break into it and get used to it. I mean, since there's no dubs in mDTL and no dubs in BDTL next week, I'm interested to see how it'll work with BDTL, because mDTL seems like it works fine.
It's going to be probably the same way.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be 9 points, I think, unless we change the point values to be, something more or less. I mean, we pretty much talked for the entire last few weeks of BDTL about the point system, and I'm really glad to see that it is working out in mDTL.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look at Hokkaido Freight and Regal Alliance. It's 4-2 right now, but Hokkaido Freight can still win with 2 wins.
Yeah.
I mean, I just like the point system a lot more.
Yeah, I like it more too, and it
like
just makes
how
it seem like more fair. Go ahead.
I like how the point system is allowing for more people to play each week.
Mm-hmm. That's
And
also
more fair matchups, too.
Yes. Definitely that.
And we have a question of the week for everyone who is listening to the Smash. What do you think will be the biggest surprise of mDTL and why? You can respond to that in the question and answer thread of the BDTL section of Raw Domain. Is there anything else you guys would like to talk about, or shall we wrap this up?
Would you like to talk about that question on the on air, like a roundtable discussion, as well as have the users respond? Or just have their response.
All right. Well, what do you think would be the biggest surprise of mDTL and why then?
See, it could be any player, any concept, any team.
All I'm going to say is Vato's probably going to go 8-0 the entire season plus playoffs.
You think so?
I think he's going to go
What a
undefeated.
surprise!
Yeah, that's a big surprise. No,
I'm just saying, he's a good player.
He's like, I'm just saying. I think Oni personally, you and Stryker will be two people that teams will need to look out for, because I've seen a lot of improvement in your Toon Link, Oni. I've seen a lot of improvement in Stryker as well. I've heard a lot of good things about Stryker. Anybody that's played him, I've heard him yap about him in chat. He's getting better as days go on.
That's why my surprise, who I think is going to be surprised, is going to be Stryker. I fully know what he's capable of, and let me say, I'm pretty sure by the end of mDTL, he will probably be earning a higher draft stock in Season 6 if he decides to join.
Mm-hmm.
He's definitely going to use this league as a gateway. He's going to use it to improve his draft stock
Also,
entirely.
for helping. Be on the lookout for helping for sure, and Light as well. Light really didn't get drafted all that high in his first season of MDTL. He was mid-season draft, wasn't he?
Yeah, mid-season.
Yeah.
He came in and helped Jan right away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's looking... I like the idea of MDTL. That's all I'm going to say. I don't understand why the first one just...
It's because we use the BDTL format.
You think
we
so?
use doubles, because doubles really made everything just die. Just like kill it over.
That's because Dubs sucks! Yeah, we know.
No, Dubs doesn't suck. It's good if it's done right. It can't be done on Wi-Fi that well.
Also,
because of scheduling conflicts
if
and
I
the
may
people
add-
that come up.
Go ahead.
If I may add, like, to my surprises, I think Nighthawks as a team overall is going to surprise. I think that they're currently the second best team in the league.
Okay, I can see that.
I can see that, too.
That
Also-
Sam Wolfwood factor.
I would like to see if he will actually play this season.
Yeah, that was also saying myself, is he even going to play? I mean, I haven't seen him.
Yeah, he came on with us in a Skype call about a month ago or so, and I hadn't seen him since, but hopefully he is active for signing up.
Yeah, Nighthawks is pretty much a sleeper roster. Like, these players, you have established players like, like a Helpin and all that, but you also have players that can upset other top players.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I also think that this league that's running right now is really, really similar to Season 1. You mean, you got 6 matchups, but it's just points. And it's 6 singles.
Mm-hmm.
It's fairly similar to Season 1, which I consider... Actually, Season 2 was best, never mind. But Season 1 was probably the second best season.
Season 3 was the inactive season.
in my opinion. Season 4 and 3 were inactive seasons. And Season 5 was just cut short because we needed to hurry up.
Yeah.
A 10-week season just will wear and tear on everybody because we needed to start early, like on short notice. I think it was a month and a half after
10-week
Season 4.
season? A 10-week season is like the condensed NBA 66 game schedule. Everybody be getting injured out there.
It would have been probably the worst season ever if we really took it to 10 weeks. To completely be honest with you.
And on top of that, I don't think Jumbo Nasties or Smash Royals or Wolfpack would have made the playoffs if they hadn't cut the weeks shorter and allowed every team to make the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
That's a
True.
fact. I definitely went into it.
Allowing every team to make the playoffs was probably one of the best ideas of Blacks. It was beneficial for everybody in the league. So
Yeah, considering that we had to cut it on such short notice, it was fair.
2 minutes left. Is there anything else you guys would like to say?
So far, going by first week impressions, like when it's all said and done before the Spirit Bowl, where do you see the standings being for mDTL?
Let me see. Let me take a look here. I could see. Oh, damn! That's pretty tough, actually.
I'd say Regal is in first, and Hokate and Nighthawks will be fighting for second.
I'd say Nighthawks in first, with Hokate and Regal fighting for second.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Wouldn't surprise me. We'll see. Week 2 is going to be, like, hard for me to try to come up with the perfect lineup to be able to, like, there's things about Nighthawks that I don't know. Like, I have to go back and see how some of those matches went that they had last week with Major Rams.
Mm-hmm. But if you want to get in touch with us, the Smash Roundtable question of the week. Again, that's what do you think will be the biggest surprise of mDTL and why? Hit us up with your responses.
Just so you know, just to clarify, when we say what do you think will be the biggest surprise, that can basically mean anything, like, team, player, captain, character, stage, whatever.
Mm-hmm. It's whatever you people's thoughts are.
Actually, I'm going to answer that right now, just for my personal. I think everybody's going to be surprised at how well this league runs without Meta Knight.
Yes, there you go.
I think everybody's going to be saying, hey, this is a lot more fair. This is where everybody's kind of on a level playing field, and everybody's not pulling out that pocket MK.
Yeah.
Granted, most of these players don't have it, but for BDTL Season 6, I can see this being like, it's leading up to that, and then BDTL Season 6 will be a more level playing field for the mid-level and lower-level players against higher players, like Crazy, who mains Meta Knight. Sorry, Crazy. We kind of just had to... and players that pocket him, like Phoenix. I mean, I'm just ready for it to see what will happen.
Last thing I want to ask before we wrap it up. Do you think a 10-week season could be in sight with this new format?
I'm not gonna say 10-week, because if we have a 10-week season, like, people need to commit to it. Because I don't see Black cutting 3 weeks and let every team go into the playoffs again. Like, that Black only did that because BDTL was like on life support in terms of activity and interest.
Mm-hmm.
You have to do that to get the playoffs rolling and everything.
So you think a 7-week season again would be perfect?
I think 8-week season.
8 week.
Yeah, okay.
8 week.
That sounds about right. And that just about does it for us in this edition of the Smash number 6. I'm alongside OniTheWolf and Bio. It's good talking to you. Thanks for joining us.
Good talking to you guys, too.
No problem.
Hit us up, people. Question and answer topic. Get to it. It's the Smash on BDTL Radio.
And this is me signing off.
This is Bios signing off.